Hi friends, we're gonna make some peanut butter today, homemade peanut butter, because nothing beats it. So the first question that I wanna find out is, does 16 ounces of dry roasted peanuts actually equal a 16-ounce jar of peanut butter like you would purchase in the store? So we're gonna find out. We've measured out 16 ounces of dry peanuts, and we're gonna put that in the food processor and see where we go. But homemade peanut butter is the best peanut butter you'll ever eat, and you don't have to stir it. So there's none of that stirring in the fat on the top. It stays nice and creamy. I leave it out at room temperature. We go through it. It lasts quite a while. I've never had it go bad, actually. We go through a whole 16-ounce jar. So this stuff is the best. Okay, so it's in the food processor, it's ready to go. When I make homemade peanut butter, I add nothing else to it. And it's one of those things, you're gonna turn it on, it's noisy. Some food processors are louder than others. Luckily, this one is not that loud, but it's still loud. And you're just gonna let it run. And when you think it's good enough, let it run longer, because that's gonna make better peanut butter. So I'm gonna turn it on. Bear with the noise. We're gonna let it go a little bit longer. And keep in mind that it's warm from the friction of the blade, and so it is more runny. It will be thick after it cools off. But you can see it's pretty smooth, not like crunchy peanut butter. There is a little bit of texture. You see that? But not much. And it will thicken up as it cools down. So let's see if it fits in the jar. Okay, first question answered. Does it make an actual 16-ounce jar? Yes, it does. Pretty darn close. Minus what you lose on your spoon and that you have to lick off and try. So yeah. Okay, wait, but there's more. So I wanted to make sure that the 16-ounce jar was not to where the rings start or to the top of the jar. So I filled it about the same to make sure we're comparing apples to apples. And I have a jar of water. I'm gonna pour this in and measure it. And that is more like 14 to 15 ounces. So we're at about an ounce less when you compare the weight to the volume. Okay friends, so we've made our peanut butter, and now I want to give you a little cost breakdown on making that peanut butter. So I'm going to be looking at my notes a little bit and looking down so you know what I'm looking at. Okay, so I did some price shopping, and I just did Fred Meyer, that's what's local around here, and compared some prices per ounce for peanut butter that you buy. So the cheapest, and this is not organic, just the cheapest Kroger brand peanut butter that I could find ran about 14 cents an ounce. And if you could get it down to 12 cents an ounce if you bought the bigger jars. So the 16-ounce jars, 14 cents. And Jiffy Naturals, $3.29 a bottle, so 21 cents an ounce. Simple Truth Organic no stir peanut butter, which would be pretty much more like comparing apples to apples, was 29 cents an ounce. And Adam's peanut butter, no stir peanut butter runs, and their big claim is they only use one ingredient, peanuts, which is not always true because on the jar it says less than 2% of this, so they don't have to claim it. And that runs 41 cents an ounce. So now purchasing peanuts, I get my peanuts from Azure Standard and I buy them bulk. So I'm buying a 30-pound bag of peanuts, which drops it down to $2.63 per pound. As you saw, we're using about a pound of peanuts, or it was exactly a pound, but it made 15 ounces. So you have to do the math a little bit there. You can, and it goes up to, like, if you buy a 2-pound package, it's gonna be $4.19 a pound. Costco peanuts, I just looked at, like, if it was delivered to me, would be $8.99 for 2.5 pounds of peanuts, and it's not organic. So I basically came up with, if I divided out the Azure price that I got, which is organic peanuts, it ends up being 17.5 cents per ounce. So compared to the organic, Simple Truth organic peanut butter, no stir, that one was 29 cents an ounce. So you 100% know all of your ingredients. There was nothing in there but peanuts, and that is awesome because I just like to feed myself and my family the healthiest option that I can. And it ended up being about 12 cents an ounce cheaper. So not quite half, but almost half the price. So there you go. There's the breakdown and what you can do. And in all honesty, it was under 5 minutes to make the peanut butter. So if you can just take 5 extra minutes and make that peanut butter, you're spending almost half the amount and you're getting the most healthy peanut butter that you can get. So if your family goes through a lot of peanut butter, we just love peanut butter like on apples. We'll just have like peanut butter and apples, peanut butter and celery. I mean, but who doesn't love a good peanut butter cookie? So I hope that was useful to you and can help your budget a little bit. Everybody needs help with budgets right now because, oh my gosh, groceries are so crazy expensive, and we just try to eat the healthiest food here that we can. So I hope that's helpful for you. Thanks for watching.